Hello, so lots of you guys have asked for yet another video on ABB RobotStudio, particularly how to do your assignment, and I'm going to try and make this video short. It might be a bit long, it might be something close to like an hour, I'm not yet sure, but I'm going to make this video explaining how to do your assignment, but particularly how to do it using the pack and go file that I had linked in my previous video. So in my last video I made a video what am I saying? In my last video I sort of showcased the pack and go file, and the link to download it is here. If you click on this link, it will take you essentially over to the GitHub repo. All you need to do is to click on the pack and go file, which is that file there. Go over to the top right corner here, you see download, click download. First you need to download this pack and go file. Once you've downloaded this pack and go file, you'll be able to follow this tutorial easier. Right, so when you have the pack and go file downloaded, installed, you need to open your ABB RobotStudio, which I have open here. Go over to open. Okay, as you see, I've already done a little bit of work with ABB RobotStudio. I've not finished anything, but I'm just going to make a video to show you how to unpack the pack and go file, and particularly how to change the name that's there from a blank piece of paper, for example, how to change it into your actual name, and how to do it very simply. You don't need to go over to SolidWorks, extrude your name out and all that. You don't need to do that. I'll show you how to do it very simple. So we're going to click open here, and when we click open, just give it a minute. I have kept the pack and go file here, so you need to go to where you downloaded the pack and go file, the one I uploaded on my YouTube channel, and you need to unpack it. So when you click on the unpack, just follow the prompts. The reason why it's giving me this error is it's trying to tell me that this target folder sort of might not be accessible, or there's something else inside. So right now I'm just going to go over to I'm going to give it a new location where it just stored. So I'm going to store it over here. I'm going to create a new folder here and call this ABB stuff. Okay, so I'm going to use this folder, select folder, and then follow the rest. Next. Now the robotware version, it has automatically selected this because this was what I used in the pack and go. It has to be this because this is what the assignment says. Confirm from your assignment. It's possible it has changed, but confirm from your assignment and select the right robotware version. Now I'm going to click finish, and it's going to take like a minute to unpack. So I will just jump in when it is done unpacking. Okay, so it's done unpacking now, and as you see, first let me just close this. As you see, I currently have the name Gabriel written on that third piece of paper. Now again, University of Salford students, you're familiar with this. This is a University of Salford assignment. So if you're from another university watching this video might not be too helpful for you, but yeah. So you see the first piece of paper, I called it tilt paper. It has the shapes on it. I have already put the targets, and I've already written the logic for drawing everything on it, so you don't have to do anything there. The next one says Salford. I've already put the targets, and if you look at the way I put the targets, I put some targets in the air and I put some targets on the letters. So that's just to make it easy for the robot to jog from the start of a letter to the next one. And you would see that some of the jog directions is going over. You see it's doing it over in the air. Okay, and then finally you see this one, Now, I'm sure the question you have is, how did I get Gabriel written on this piece of paper? I'm going to show you how to do it. It's very simple. You don't have to extrude anything. I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so the first thing you're going to have to do is open a text editor. You can use Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word to do this. You need to open that text editor. You need to put it in landscape mode, A4 paper. That's put the layout of the paper in landscape mode, and you need to type out your name and put it in the last font. Now, I did this step in CorelDRAW. It doesn't have to be CorelDRAW. CorelDRAW is just a bit more convenient for me. So in CorelDRAW, I created this. Okay, all of this is just going to. What's wrong with CorelDRAW? So in CorelDRAW, in fact, I can just create a new one here. Landscape. Say okay. I'm going to close this untitled one here. No. So in here, at least for this particular case, I'm using CorelDRAW. I just wrote the name Raja, so I'll do it in all caps. Now, Raja, and then made the font big. I'm just going to put it close to the top of the paper because I like it up there. That's because I want the robot to have an easy time writing. Middle is fine, you can put it wherever you want, but I'm just going to put it slightly up top on paper here. So back to CorelDRAW. So I'm just going to put it here. Okay. Next, I used this font, Montserrat. I like Montserrat because Montserrat thin is really easy to trace. It makes it very easy for the robot because they're all geometric straight line shapes. So for example, if I were to be writing in Montserrat, let's say I write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, right? L, M, N, O, P. So essentially, see how the text is going to be really easy to trace. I think this is the really complicated thing in, wait, hold on one sec. Sorry, it's not on Montserrat. One sec. I'm going to select Montserrat thin again. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So it's only Q that has this quirky trace on it. And it's still very easy to trace with your robot. You see, it's all geometric shapes. So you can make a half circle here, make another half circle here, make another half circle here, and straight line. Okay, and then the rest is all straight lines. So it makes it really easy to draw. That's why I'm using Montserrat. So, right. Once you've done this, I'll tell you the next step you're going to have to do. You need to snip this as a PNG. So I'm just going to open snipping tool. You can use snipping tool. I'm going to use the print screen function on my keyboard, which opens snipping tool, and I'll snip it along these edges. Remember that work object paper is an actual A4 paper. So if you want the dimensions to be correct, you need to snip around the edges of that. Okay, so I'm going to go over to markup and share, open this up here. Okay. When you do this, I'm going to save this document. Again, I'm going to save it inside here. So we've saved that image now. Now, something you need to know is this work object paper, right? In its setup, it's currently mirrored. Okay, so we are going to have to mirror that paper, but we'll get to that stage later. Right now, I'm going to show you how to change this name from Gabriel to whatever name you want it to be. Now go over to the left hand side of your screen, go over to home. Under home, I need you to go to hardware. Now if you click on hardware, you see it selects the entire hardware, and then pen for IRB 1200. These are the files that you must have imported from your assignment question. Okay, now in hardware, they grouped two parts under one component. So I can just show you. If you go over to modeling at the right next to home there, these are parts and these are components. Okay, they've put two components. Is it? Yeah, two components under one part. Don't mind me. What we want to do is to select body. We want to edit this paper. We don't want to edit the rest. Okay, just want to edit this body here. But we're unable to edit it directly in here. You can click here and mirror it back if you want to. We are going to edit it by creating a new part. So what I want you to do is just click create an empty part. I'm going to name this part, call it name. Okay, and now see there's nothing inside. I'm going to select this body and drag it in here. Now we can edit this as a whole. So if I click there and I go to modify, go to graphic appearance, you'd see the PNG that I put there before. I just need you to go to textures. Okay, under textures, click import. Now go to that picture that you just created, you just snipped essentially. Okay, so I have it here already and I have it mirrored, but it doesn't have to be mirrored. You can use this. Okay, if you put it this way, you'd see that it appears mirrored in RobotStudio because that work object graphic is mirrored. I believe you can go over to body, right click and click on mirror. So we're going to do is it XY mirror, is it? One sec. Is that what I need to do? I just want to be sure. Oh no, it's not it. It's not what we're supposed to do. Okay. So XY mirror isn't it. So let's go back to mirror. YZ mirror. Nah, okay. Let me just show you. Let me just tell you what to do. Because the image is coming out mirrored here, okay, just go over to the image that we created. Okay, go to public pictures. So that's this image here, right? Open it. If you're using Windows 11, this is just going to be straightforward. Click on edit and just click on this mirror flip image horizontally, then save. When you save it, you can import this flipped image instead. Hold on one sec. Yeah, it's already mirrored. It just hasn't updated on this end. Okay, yeah, refresh. Okay, so now we're going to repeat that step we did again. Go back to name, modify, graphic appearance. We're going to base texture. We're going to import, and we can import this again. In a way, I kind of like this one. It's the same thing anyway. If you click on that one, import. Now it's appearing straight. Okay. Now the text is appearing straight. That's how to put your text in. If you want to put your text in, it's really straightforward. It's really simple. You don't have to go to SolidWorks. Okay, so now that we've come this far, 90% of you, you guys watching this, you are probably already rushing to go and finish your assignment because this was the part that many people asked me about. But for other people that want to know how to create your targets, how to jog your robots to the target and create your program, I'm going to show you a very straightforward way to do it entirely within the studio without using the Teach Pendant, because the Teach Pendant is a bit wonky to use to teach your robot. Now, I'm a controls engineer. I also work in the field. I know in the field, most likely than not, the robot programmer is going to use the Teach Pendant to jog the robot to where he needs the robot to be. However, typically, the base software, which is the base rapid file, will be modeled and programmed off-site. And then when the software is when the robot is installed on site, then the robot programmer will jog the tool center point or the tool to where he needs it to be precisely, because in simulation there may be slight modifications on site. That's usually what happens there, but that's just like a side note you can keep. Anyway, first thing I'm going to do now is to save. You need to keep saving. You don't want to lose your files. Now, if you look here, you see that the robot targets and paths that I've created is obstructing the way. I want you to clear out all these robot targets and paths. And I'm going to show you the simplest way to do it. The simplest way to do it is this. Go back to home, go to paths and targets. Okay, we're going to select the station. Go to work objects and targets. Under work object and targets, we're going to select work object paper. These are all the targets that concern, work object paper 2. Very important. By the way, if you notice, there are 4 work objects here. This table, where is it? Yeah. So this work object, I'm trying to find where it is. Just ignore this one. Tilt paper is this work object. As you see, it's highlighted here. Okay. Work object paper, okay, is this work object. And work object paper 2 is this work object. Okay. Those are the work objects. Now, I want you to select work object paper 2. That's the work object. Click on this down, expand it essentially. Now, the quickest way to do is to select all the targets that I've created in here. Just select everything and delete it. Are you sure you want to delete? The all move instructions will also be deleted. Yes. Now that I've deleted them, we can now start afresh for that. Now, what I need you to do first, I need you to understand something. With ABB RobotStudio, the station is treated differently from the robot. It may sound confusing, but the best way to understand it is this is the station. We are editing the station. Anything we are doing within home modeling, you can assume we are editing the station. I can even extend it to simulation. But once we get over to Rapid, we're now configuring or writing the actual code into the Rapid processor directly. Okay, so every time you do something in the station that you want to be reflected throughout the robot, you need to synchronize from the station to Rapid. It's almost like PLC programming, where if you are writing some PLC code and you already have some code on your PLC, so you're writing some update and say you're using TIA Portal, Siemens TIA Portal, you can download to the PLC, or you can upload from the PLC back to you. You can do that. And there can be discrepancy between your own PC and the PLC, and TIA Portal can detect this discrepancy. So in this case, now that we've deleted those targets, the first thing I want you to do is save. After saving, we're going to click on the station, or the controller, or rather, yeah, one sec. Okay, yes, we're going to click here, right click, and synchronize to Rapid. Now this is Rapid here. Rapid has all the code that we've written so far. And if you see, I can open the Rapid editor, okay, and you see all the letters and all the targets that I've created. They're all here. They're still here. Now we're going to go back here, right click on this, sync to Rapid, select everything and click OK. Once we've synchronized to Rapid, in Rapid you will notice that the text under the letter G, A, B, all of them, they're all gone. if you come over here, you'd see that there should be some, okay, the targets still appear to still be here. Okay, I'm just going to, 1 second. Yes, okay. So in Rapid now, what I need you to do is scroll down to the bottom after you've done what I just did there. Select these methods for GABRIEL. Those are those subroutines, and just delete them. Okay, so you can just delete them. Next, if you scroll up, wherever you see underline coming up, because I've deleted those subroutines, you can just delete them as well. Okay, and finally, we're going to delete those targets from the code. You don't have to delete them, but just to keep the code clean, because it won't make sense that they're still there, I'm going to delete them. So I know that from line 235 all the way down to exactly line 297, that's the robot target declaration for my middle name that I put there in RobotStudio. So I can just delete them, that's fine. And now we have this. Now I need you to save. What am I doing? Yeah, you need to, essentially save by first clicking here, and now right click on it and synchronize back to the station. Select everything, click OK. Now everything is in sync. Everything is in sync. Up next, we're going to create our new targets, and I'll show you how to do it really quickly. You don't need to jog the robot and create target, all that. I'll show you how to do it. Go back to home, right? Under home, under paths and targets, make sure you have this selected. Oh, you don't really have to have it selected, but you'd see target here. Click on this down arrow, create a target. Now, first thing, change this reference world to work object. Okay, so the work object that we have selected is going to become the new reference. You see, it selected this as the reference. Very important. Next, we're going to click add new, and now we're going to just click on the paper, and it will automatically put targets there. The work object reference that we've used will ensure that the X and Y axis are the same with the work object. So it will automatically put it on the same X and Y axis. So I'm going to put a target here, 1. And by the way, when you're putting your targets, I need you to think about how you want the robot to move. It's just going to make your life easy if you think about it that way. So 1, I need the robot to then get to 2. Then I need the robot to then get here, 3. And then I want to make an arc. So I'm going to do a 3-point arc from here over here. And then I'm going to finish up here. Then I have to come back and place my final target here. So the robot will go 1, it will just do a move J, or rather move L, move linear, do another move linear here, then do a move circular here, then do a move linear here. Then I want the robot to eventually come back here and do a move linear here. When you're done doing this, you go over to robot's target name. In my opinion, just put the letter there, R. Okay. Since we already have Salford, we already have R. We can call it name underscore R. If you do that, here's what RobotStudio is going to do once you click create. RobotStudio will automatically create them as R10, R20, R30, R40, R50, R60, R70. And now we can click through them. You see it. Sorry, 1 sec. Yep. So R10, R20, R30, R40, R50, R60, R70 in the exact order we created it. So let's go on and create all the other robot targets. So I'm going to go back, world reference, work objects. Okay, click on add new, and then I'm going to create my letter A. Letter A is the simplest letter because they're all move linears. So I can make it that the robot goes 1, 2, and then I wanted to come back here and draw the cross across it. Okay, I know someone who's been like rapt attention will realize, hey, will the robot be dragging the pen across the paper while it's jogging from one point to the other? We are going to create hover points for the robot pen to use to arrive at the point, at the letter. For example, if you take a look here, you'd see that at the start here, I have a target, but I have one hovering so that the robot can jog over here, then go linear down, and then draw. And when it's done, it hovers back. That's how how I'm going to do it here as well. So for now, we're just creating targets. Okay. So now this is letter A. We've created all the targets. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to write name underscore A, and then click, making sure that I've selected work object as work object paper 2. Click create, and immediately it has created A and R. Now let's do the next one. For the next one is going to be for the letter J. So we're going to change the work object reference again, the reference to work objects. Keep doing that. The mistake I already foresee someone making is they forget to do that and they make the target reference world. You know, this is where you need to understand the references. There is the world reference, base link, link 1, link 2, link 3, link 4. All those references are very important. So now let's do for the next letter, which is letter J. So I'm going to click add again. I wanted to do the letter J this way, so let's do it like this. Just going to click add here. First target, second target. Then I'll come over here and put my third target. Then I want it to do a move circular like this. So I'm just going to put this one here and then put this one here. Okay. So now we've created targets. Okay. Now I'm going to name this target name underscore J and click create, making sure it's still this one. Okay. So it has now created those targets. You see them. And now for the last letter, letter A. So we have a repetition of letters. Now, ideally, for good programming practice, we don't need to recreate those targets anymore. We can just update their x orientation. So this is the x-axis. We can just update their x-axis orientation programmatically. But I'm lazy. I just want to make this thing straightforward. So we're just going to create another set of targets again. So we're going to go back here, create work, make sure the reference is work object, click add, and then we're just going to click on those targets again for the letter A. Again, now since we already have a letter A, I'm going to call this A2, okay, just so that I know which is which. Okay, and I can click create, and as you see, it should have created them. I just want to make sure I can see all of them. So 1 second. Okay, A2, A42, A42. I see. Okay. we're going to redo this target again. We're going to recreate this target again. 1 second. I see the naming got a bit confused for a second there. Okay, no matter. We're just going to create those targets afresh. Okay, work objects, add new points. This time I'll call it something else. What am I doing? Let's go here. Okay, add new. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to call it, instead of A2, I'm going to call it maybe I'll call it name AA just to make my life easy. Name underscore AA. Okay, so that I can create, so AA10, AA20, AA30, AA40 and AA50. And just like that, we've created all the targets for our new name. Following so far, it's straightforward. I'm going to close this. Now we've made some changes to the station to reflect these changes in ABB Robot in the Rapid file. By the way, if you go back to Rapid, you'd see that those new targets have not been added. Okay, they are nowhere to be found. If you see here, you don't see. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, those new targets they've not been added. So if you want them to be added, first save. After saving, that you save the entire station. Yep. You right click, synchronize to Rapid. Select everything and click OK. Now it should have been synchronized to Rapid. So let's go back to Rapid. Instead of us jumping back and forth, you can just click Rapid here. You can just right click here and say new. I don't like horizontal group. Okay, I'm just going to close this one. New vertical group. Yeah. Okay. So in Rapid, and then when we come back here, it'll just go back to the main thing. Yeah. Okay. So in Rapid, if I scroll up, you'd see that a bunch of new targets should have been added. Let me look for where they were added. I don't see it added in here in Rapid yet. Okay, let's go back home. In our home section, we have all our targets for the name Raja. So that's R, A, J, and then AA, like this. Okay. What we're going to do is, still under paths and targets, we're going to scroll down to the bottom, go to paths and procedures. You see the existing letters there, Salford. If you see any other letters there that are not Salford letters, just delete them. If you see them, there's a chance you will. And now we have some routines here. Now we're going to create new paths. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is right click here, create a path. Again, you can also use this to create a path. So what we're going to do is we're going to create the first path being name R. So I'm going to say I'll call this name. Oh, sorry, let me rename that. Sorry, I'll call this name underscore letter R. Now in this path we want to add a bunch of targets to the path. So what we're going to do is we're going to select targets that we want to add to path in the order that we want them to be added. So I want 1, 2, 3 to be linear. So I can say 1, 2, 3 selected like this. I can right click on them, add to new path. Okay. in this path, hold on one sec. Okay, move linear, move linear, move linear. Perfect. I'm just going to, okay. Let's just do it this way. Let me delete this one that's here. Okay, I think I have a better idea of how we're going to do this. Name letter R, path. Okay, I'm just going to delete that name letter R. Go and select all the characters in name letter R, all the targets in name letter R, and just click add to new path. I'm going to call that again name letter R. Great, so now we've added them all to name letter R. Now I'm going to modify it in Rapid because I feel like it's going to be easier for me to modify it in Rapid. So first I'm going to save. After saving, I'm going to synchronize again to Rapid. Synchronize to Rapid. Make sure everything's selected. Okay. Now I'm going to go over to Rapid. And in Rapid, I should have, yes, I see what Rapid was doing. Rapid is conserving memory. If you create a robot constant target and you don't use it in a method, it would not declare it when you synchronize. So if you look over here, you see that it has added name letter R, and I can scroll there and you see it's just a bunch of move L instructions. What we want is to modify this. Modify the zone data, modify the velocity data. If I'm not mistaken, we should be writing at V100. And our zone data should be fine. Okay, so by using still the same tool pen, work object paper, all that, I'm just going to go over here, change this to V100 for all of them, one after the other. Don't worry, we'll modify everything, and then under this I'm just going to write fine. Okay, Control C, so I'll go over here. Okay, so we've done it this way now. Next, we need to understand what we're trying to do here. I'm just going to save this because I will sync it back to the station very soon. Understand what we're trying to do here. We're trying to move from this target to this target linear. Okay, that's the first move. Move L. Then from this target to this target linear. So that means move L, R10, because this is R10. True. R10. So wherever it is, it's going to go to R10. Quick one. Okay. Yes. Remember, I'm just trying to also remember how to do this project while I'm doing this video. So don't mind me if I'm a bit confused. It's been quite some time. I'm going to go back over here and I'll create my own targets, because remember, I want the pen to first hover over the top of this target. So I'll create my own target. Easiest way to do it is just to copy the target you want to emulate. Control C. I'm going to come over here and paste it here again. I'll call it name R10 up. But now the target itself, I need to modify the Z position. Okay, so this is X, Y, and Z. The Z position of all of them is 0 because according to the work object, it is flat on the table. This is the X and Y position, and this is the Z position. So for this one, I can modify that Z position to something. Let's say I modify it to 15, because if you notice, all my ops I've been using 15 point something. So I'll modify it to 15 just for that target. Okay, now the first thing I want the robot to do is to jog when he wants to write the name Raja, is to jog the tool over to the top of the first target that I wanted to use to start writing. So I'm going to say Ctrl C here. Just go with me on this. And we're going to use put up here, and I'm going to do a move J, not a move L, a move J, so that the robot can find the most convenient path over there. It doesn't have to do it linearly. And now that I've done this, what's going to happen is the robot, from wherever it is, if it needs to execute R, it will just jog freely to a target that's going to be hovering over R here. For now, we can't see the target yet, but you will see it. Then when it gets there, it will then do a move L to, which is a linear, to the first target, move L to the second target, move L to the third. Now we want to do a move circular between, that's from here to here to here. So that's this is target 10, 20, 30. Okay, so now we are 30. So I'm going to come over here now. I don't know why it's scattered the arrangement like this. Ctrl X. I'm going to put it here first. Okay, and I'm doing everything like this in rapid. So again, we've moved J to the top, move L takes the pen here. This next move L to R20 takes the pen here. This next move L to R30 takes the pen here. So now we want to move C like this. So I'm just going to come over here. First thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to save the station, and I'm going to synchronize it from we're in rapid right now. I'm going to synchronize it to the station. Select everything and synchronize. Now you see that target has appeared because we've synchronized it to the station now. And you see that as of the way the logic looks, we are currently jogging the robot over here, and then we are just doing straight line, straight line, straight line, straight line, straight line, straight line, and then we're just jumping straight line there. Okay, so this is how you're going to be modifying your code to get the robot to jog precisely where you want it to go to. I'm going to show you how to quickly do a move C without having to write out the logic yourself. You can decide that, oh, do you know what, I want to write the logic myself, and you do your move C, you put the two targets that it's going to move C through. That's fine, but I'm just going to show you a shortcut on how you can do it. If you come over here, back to home, paths and targets, go back to the letter that we're editing. Okay, it's saying target might not be reachable in current configuration. It's one common error that you're going to get. I will show you how to fix that error. But you move back here, you select the targets that you want. So this is the first target, second target, third, fourth. Now the targets you want to do a move C in, you select both of them, right click, and you should see a, if I'm not mistaken, convert to modify. Hold on one second. Right, so you just select these targets that you want it to move circular in. So you select the two of them, right click on it, you should see modify instruction, convert circular, move circular, and now it's going to move circular. Okay, now it has moved, it will move circular from here to here. Now remember, we're going to move linearly over here to target 60. And now, how do we get the pen from here over there? Let's add another target. A quick way we can do it is go to target 60. We can right click, you can copy it. Okay, 62. I'm just going to update this to up, right up there. Then I'm going to right click on it and modify targets, set position, And in the modify target set position, I'm going to change update. Okay, reference is, wait, reference frame, one sec. Yeah, X, Y, and Z, right? Yeah, so this is the Z-axis. So I can change this to 15 and apply. And now it's going to be up 15. So I've modified it this way, okay? Close. So now we have another target here. So I want the robot to jog here and then jog linearly up before going over here to write the next one, okay? And just because I'm nitpicky, I also want it to move in the air over here and then come down straight. So I'm going to make a duplicate of this again and do the exact same thing I just did. Up. And now come over here, right click, modify target, set position, and I'm just going to set this to 15 as well. Apply. Oh, 1 second. There's a small mistake. Just going to delete that target and do it again. I forgot to update the reference to work object. Okay. So if I go back here first, rename this, put up there. Now modify target, set position, target reference frame. I'm going to go here. Okay, close. So now we should see them. They're now hovering in the air at 15. Okay. Now let's continue. So again, robot jogs. If I go back to the path, robot jogs using move J to the first target. Okay. Then it goes using move L to R10, move L to R20, move L to R30, then move C through R40 to R60. I don't know why I didn't put a 50 there. Then it does a move L to R70. Now I want it to do a move L to R70 up. If I'm not mistaken. Is that, sorry, to R60 up. Okay, yeah, so we're going to, I'm going to do this part in rapid again. First, I'm just going to save the station. Okay, then synchronize to rapid. Synchronize everything, click OK, and then we'll hop back in rapid. Now, if we hop back in rapid, we have our station still by the side here. If you see, it has already updated it in rapid. Okay, I'm going to come over here now and say, so we want it to jog from R10 up linearly to R10, then linearly to R20, R30, then circular 40 to 60, right? Oh, sorry, 40 to 50, and then linearly to 60. Now I want it to go linearly to 60 up, so I'm just going to copy this instruction here, paste this here, and just put up here. That should update it. It hasn't reflected yet. Ah, I see. Okay, 1 second. I need to go back to home. I'll just add them here. These like this. Add to path. And I'm just going to add them to this path. I was going to say, yeah, I was going to add them here. Right. I just have to do that so that it can, when I synchronize, it carries the actual variable over. It didn't carry the variable over. I'm going to go back and synchronize to rapid again. Okay, then go back to rapid. Now I should be able to, yeah, it has modified the code, but don't worry, we'll clean it up ourselves again. So move R, okay, I'm just gonna delete these, yeah, for now. So we're move J to R10 up, then the next line R10, R20, R30, then circular through R40 to R50, then linear again to R60. Now we want to go linear to R60 up, so I'm just going to come over here, Ctrl C, paste this here again, linear to R60 up. Okay, then we want to move linear to R70 up. I'm just going to paste it here, R70 up. Okay, and then when we get to R70 up, I will now move linear down to R70 and drag it linear back to R50. Okay, you need to do this with you need to be really should I say imaginative to do this method, essentially. So move linear to R50. Now I want us to also have an R50 up, okay, so that we can lift the pen off the letter R and conclude that letter. So I can do it in here. I don't have to go all the way back to do it, so I'll just do it in here as well. Keep showing you examples of how to do this. Do it this way. I'm going to copy the target R50 again, paste it here again. I'll call this R50 underscore up, and this is the Z position, so I'm just going to update this to 15. Now down here I can add a move L to R50 up. And that's it. That's the letter R. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save the station and synchronize it back. Sorry, save rapid and synchronize it back to the station. Select everything, and you will observe it update instantly. And there we go. Now let's inspect our logic to see if it makes sense. So you see the arrows, it's already showing you where the robot is going to pass. Okay, it's going to pass from this target down. It will go straight, okay, straight to this target, then it will go here, then it will stop, then it will go move circular over here, then it will get all the way here, then it will go up, and then it will move in the air, not on the actual tool. It will move in the air over here, it will come back down, it will then write R this way, and then to move up. That's how I have done it. Now for the most common error you're going to have, which is the target might not be reachable, here's simply what you need to do to fix it. I'm going to fix that error here, and then we will, what's the name again? I'll fix the error and then we'll continue with trying to simulate this stuff. What's wrong with this stuff? Why is it suddenly acting so complicated? Yeah, okay. So essentially, if I'm not mistaken, you have to click and modify the configuration. Some configurations might not work, like this one doesn't work. This one does work, and I can go over there and take a look at what the robot looks like. So this is what the robot looks like. This is part of the reason why initially I wanted the letters up a little bit so to make it easy for the robot to reach. So this configuration works, this one works, this one works as well. I like this one, so I'm going to use this configuration. If I select everything, can I change all the configurations at once? Let me check. Okay, I can't, so I have to do one after the other. That's fine. There's a quicker way to do it actually from Rapid, which is copy and paste. Copy and paste the configuration. Hold on, let me see. If I right click configurations here, you have to do them one after the other. Okay, so for each of them, I'm going to modify the configurations. This one is problematic, it can't reach. So, but these ones work. Which one do you like best? I think I like this one. It's nice and simple. 0001. So I'm just going to apply it. Now for A10, I can do this one after the other, or I could just apply, close, right? Since I've done it for A10, I can now save, sync to Rapid, okay? Sync to Rapid, then go over to Rapid and just copy and paste. So if I go over to Rapid, this is where the configuration data is stored. The configuration data is stored over here, if I'm not mistaken. Should have updated, hasn't it? Hold on. Right? If I go over here, check reachability. Yep, it can be reached. Check reachability, can be reached as well. Can I just do a check reachability for everything? It's saying some of them cannot be reached. Right, I figured it out. Pardon me, I missed something very important. Okay, so you know how we modified the configuration of this letter? Well, the letter is not yet in Rapid because we've not used that letter, or not letter. That target configuration is not yet in Rapid because we've not used that target in our actual program on the station, so it wasn't synced over. So if you see here now, this isn't saying that error anymore, that target may not be reachable with current configuration. This one, target, is currently saying it, so we just need to go to that target, R20, for example. Right click on it, go to configuration. By the way, as I'm clicking through the configuration, you see the way the robot is rotating to see which one fits the best. This one unfortunately doesn't fit, so we can use this one. Click apply. Now again, I was saying we could do it like this one after the other, that's fine, or I could just click here, save, then synchronize to Rapid. Okay, now we will carry over that configuration data. If I come over to Rapid, you see this here is the configuration. Most of them, you notice, are all having 0000000 like this. So all you have to do is just click, select these, Ctrl C, then come over to all of them in the same work object. If they're all in the same work object, you can use the same configuration. It will work. Trust me on this one. Lived experience. So just going to update them like this. 60 up. I'm going to update this one too, like this. 70 up as well. Okay, now I'm going to save and now synchronize it back to the station. Click OK. Now if we get back to the station, we are still having that issue for 60 up and 70 up. So let's click on 60 up. Right click on that target, go to configurations. Okay, these are the configuration options available for that one. Okay, this configuration, which looks a bit awkward, this one and then this one. Which one should we use? So these ones weren't working. let's use this one. Right. Okay. Minus 1010. Okay. Apply. And I'll do the same for 70. I'll try and make it uniform so it's not, the robot is not moving up and down just to get to a target. Go to configurations, same configuration, apply, and now all that error is completely gone. Now that we've done this, again as usual, save, synchronize again to Rapid. So we have essentially completed the instructions for writing the letter R. I'm just going to play the simulation to show you what it will look like. Remember, this is a pack and go file. We already have a method for writing your name, so all I have to do is move this into that method like that. That's it. It's in there now. Now if I go back, oh, by the way, as I've done that, I'm going to have to save again, sync to Rapid. Yeah, I know we've done this 100 times, but you need to keep doing it. Now go back to Rapid. In Rapid, if you see in name, you'd see that it has already put letter R in there. Okay, so that's how we are going to keep adding letter R, then A, then J, then A, and it will write out the name. Okay, these letters are still here, don't worry, we'll just ignore them for now. Letter R is here. You see the way I did it for Salford. Now let us simulate drawing this letter. Since we've added it to name, I can go over to controller, click on Flex Pendant to launch my Flex Pendant, because the Flex Pendant needs to be running. PP to main, yep. So we need to push the pointer to main, and I can just click play. Oh, so it's saying, oh, ABB RobotStudio practicals. Would you hang on? I don't want it to say Gabriel Hegemony anymore. So look here, in process main, TP erase ABB RobotStudio practicals. I'm going to change this to say as an example. Okay. Now that I've updated that, once again, as usual, save and synchronize to station now. Okay, so it has updated here. Let me play again. Hang on. Why is it still showing me this? I'm going to close the Flex Pendant and reopen it. Oh, I could have just restarted. Okay, anyway, don't know why it's still showing that. Yeah, I see it, and the pointer is currently here, so I should be able to click play. Ah, I see. Okay, let me move the pointer back to main. The Flex Pendant is currently running, right? Restart. One restart. Okay. Where is that Flex Pendant again? PP to main, yes. So that I can start again. I know I had that in there, but I don't need that anymore. Okay, so let's click play. So ABB RobotStudio practicals. Ukap Raja. What would you like to write? Draw / write. So there's shapes, Salford, and name. So if we zoom in here, okay, you should be able to click on here and click on name. So the robot is doing something very funny. We'll figure out how to fix that. Okay. We've gotten a robot configuration error. it is not possible to reach this point with the given configuration. Okay, acknowledge. So now we're going to have to fix that configuration error again. I'll show you same way we fixed it last time, which is using the configuration settings and then selecting another configuration. So I'm just going to close. Now first, okay, so for now I'm just going to send the robot to home. So I'm just going to go home, right click here, move to pose, under layout, right, jump to home. Showing that jump to home already. Right click, move to pose, jump to home. Okay, should be, this is the home position. Now I'm going to run that simulation again. I want to see when the error occurs. So I'll go back to controller, flex pendant, just to make sure my flex pendant is out. I want to see when the error, yep, acknowledge. So I'm going to PP to main again, and I'm going to play the simulation again. Name. So the robot is now trying to go over to name. Maybe I'll change the velocity of right jogging to this position to 1000. Aha, so it is at this point that it has that error. Okay, I'll just acknowledge. Under configurations for 6 up, I believe that's where we have the error. Parts and targets. Go back to name. It's 60 up and 70 up that we have this error in. So I'm going to go back to rapid 60 up. Go to 60 up. I'm just going to use this same configuration here. I'll just use that same configuration. It's the only one that's different from the others. So I'm just going to use this. I'm going to save my program. After saving, synchronize back to station. Okay. Now I've got my flex pendant. PP to main again. Let me jog the robot, get the robot back to home again. Oh, one more thing. Yeah, move J. Let me modify this instruction, edit instruction or modify instruction. Speed. I want it to get there faster, so I'll use V1000. Okay, again, I'm just going to make sure it updates. Go over here, save, then synchronize to rapid. Okay, now going back to rapid, we have our robot here. Let me check. Yeah, it's saying that configuration error here again, but let's see if that will fix it. If that doesn't fix it, then we'll find another configuration that will. That's essentially how you diagnose this configuration problems and fix them. Okay, so bring the flex pendant back up, back PP to main, and then we play it again. I'm going to call it, oh, I said I was going to do something quickly. Let me go back home and send the robot back to home. Move to position home. Why is it not moving to position home? Move to pose, home position. Yep. Move to pose, home position. Yep. Okay, so let's go back to rapid. Where's our, okay. Hang on. Name. Claire. What's wrong with this? And why can't I PPT main? 1 second. Okay, so I'm just going to on controller restart the controller. Just want to figure out why the controller is okay. And we did a warm restart. Why isn't PP to main enabled? Okay, yeah, there were a couple of annoying things. I actually had to close and reopen RobotStudio, but I believe that we're back now. So right, I'm going to open the Flex Pendant again. If I'm not mistaken, oh, it's back here again. PP to main, yes. I don't know why this refused go. I think it was a machine safety issue. Right, we updated the configuration here, okay? So let's simulate and see what the robot is going to do. Okay, so I'm just moving so that it's clear. Get this, and I can play. Now say, if for example, if I said all of the above, it should come over, draw the circle, wait the 1 second, then go draw the next shape automatically. Okay. So I want to see when the error occurs, which is why I have my the Teach Pendant out, so that I can know which configuration I need to update. So that is how I drew the letter R here. Then over to Raja. And so it has finished. So it was able to draw the Raja, but you saw the funny move the robot made while it was getting over to Raja. I'm not quite happy about it, but at least we've eliminated the error, so I can tell it to draw name and it will just go and draw name like this. That's this funny move it's doing. Okay, let me see what I can do here. If I click stop, we stop program runtime. I can PP to main back again. Okay, let me zoom in. So the configuration for all of them is the same now. Aha, the alignment is different. So I'm going to copy this alignment and use the same alignment for both of them. You just keep troubleshooting this way to find solution to your problem. Save. I'm going to, of course, synchronize the station. Select all, and then synchronize station. Okay, so let's get the Teach Pendant. First, I'm going to, okay, no, I don't need to do that. PP to main. Are you sure you want to move the pointer to main? Yes. So I'm going to play it again, and I'll say draw shapes. So that rotation it's doing, I'm going to make sure it doesn't do it. In the real world, you don't want the robot to have unpredictable motion, because it could crash into something, and I've witnessed robots crashing, very expensive robots crashing, so you don't want that. So now it's done writing name, shapes. I'm going to click name. So you see this rotation, I don't want it, so we're going to have to find a solution to it. So now that the orientation is the same, it's fine. Okay, so what I think we can do is we can copy the configuration from, say, tilt paper and paste it on here. So I'm going to stop the runtime. If I go over to, say, the configurations for, yeah, that's these two, 1000 and then this, right? They're the same across robot targets for the letters, robot targets for, yeah, they're the same for square, all of them. Okay, here we're using minus. Aha, okay. Let's use the same as this one. Let's copy this configuration and use it. We're experimenting, of course. This is not an exact science right now. So, but this is the sure fastest way to fix configuration issues. And if you do it the way I'm doing it, you'll probably come across configuration issues. If you jog the robot will remember the configuration that you jogged it in, and chances are you will not have this error. But the jogging the robot part is too long, it's too annoying. I prefer doing it this way. My background has been in software engineering, so I've messed with C, C++ long enough to be able to do this. So I prefer it this way. Okay, so we're going to use the same configuration. What am I doing? Okay, so we're just going to save this configuration. First save, then synchronize the station, select all. Okay. Now I'm going to run the simulation again. PP to main. I'll just run it. I'll say draw shapes. Then it shouldn't rotate anymore when going to draw Raja, but we will see if we have a configuration error. If we do have a configuration error, I'll go back to the configuration and change it back. Then I will cheat by asking it to go to home before going to write Raja. That's what I'll just do, which is a quick way to solve that problem. Okay, so that fixed it. Yep, looks perfect. Great. So that was the solution. I know I struggled with configuration issues previously, and looks like I found a good configuration that works. So that's what we're going to have to do. To prove that everything is fine and it's okay, I'm going to do the next letter A, and then I'll leave it there. I'll assume that from this video you can extrapolate what you need to do your assignment. This has been a very long video, so I'm just going to do the letter A to show you how quick and easy it is doing it this method that I'm doing. Okay, so you can even clip this. If you go to home, go to parts and targets, and then we have a work object paper 2. So for the letter A, we're just going to select all of the what am I doing? Yeah, we're just going to select everything. You have to select one after the other. What that? Okay, so we're selecting. Remember, this name A is the first A. As you see, it's highlighted. Okay, you say 1, 2, 3. Make sure you do it in the right order. 4, 5, like this. Okay, right click, add to new path. Okay, we're going to call this path name. Let's see. So name letter, then I'll say A. Okay, name letter A, enter. So they've all been added to name letter A. Now it's all move L. So move L from here to here, move L from here to here, move L from here to here, and then move L back. Okay, we're just going to modify all the instructions to make sure that they are all modify instruction speed. I want it to do it at 100. then zone should be fine. So modify instruction again, zone should be fine. Okay, so now that we've done that, remember we also wanted those hovering targets so that when it's done writing, it can go over to the letter, to the top of this one. It will go here, go here. It needs to come back up, go here, come. Yep. So we need a target hovering here, 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 and here. Okay, to draw our shape, at least according to the algorithm that I have in my head for how to write the letter A. So quick way to do it, while we are here, we can just quickly add those. This is the first target. I'll just duplicate this, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, come here, rename this to up, and then in that you right click on it, and then you go to modify target, set position, change it to the target reference frame, and then position, you set it to 15 again. I like 15. So that's up for that one. Let's do the same for, this is 1, 2, 3. So for 30, we're just going to duplicate this again. Up. Now we're going to right click, modify target, set position, change the reference again to target reference frame, and then position, we can just put 15, apply. Okay. Now this one, this is target 40, so we're just going to duplicate it, put up there. Then we're going to right click, modify target, set position, put target reference frame again, then we're going to set that to 15, click apply, and finally this target, modify, okay, yeah, duplicate first, Ctrl+C, V, now call it up. Okay, and then modify target, set position, again, target reference frame, 15, apply, close. Okay, so now we have these hovering targets. Now I want the first instruction to be move J to this target. Okay, so I'm going to go right click all of them like this, all the ups in them. I'm gonna right click and I'll say add to path. Under add to path, I'm looking for name letter A. Yep. I'm just going to put them at first. It doesn't matter. We'll edit it in the code. Okay. I just want to make sure that our RobotStudio imports them into the Rapid file. Right. Okay. So save, synchronize to Rapid. Now we'll go back to Rapid. It has created all the targets for name A up and all the targets here. So name 10 up, 30 up, 40 up, 50 up. Right. So down here it should have also, if we go over to letter R, it should have also, oh not R, letter A. It should have also added these here like this. Okay. Yeah, okay. So now I'm just going to update the speed and update these as well. Okay. Now we want it to first jog move J to A10 up. I want it to do it quickly, so I'll say 1000. Then move then the next instruction, I'm just going to, let me just Control X, put these down here. Okay, so the next instruction from move J, we want it to go down linear to 10, then linear to 20, then linear to 30. Then from 30, I want it to go up, right? So I'm going to Control X from 30. Okay, so it has now gone up. Now I want it to go to 40 up. Control X. 40 up. And then linear to 40, then linear to 50, and then 50 up. Exactly like this. So I'm going to save. Okay. Save the station. And I will synchronize back to station. Select all. That should do it. And finally, I'm going to add the letter R to the routine name. So I can just come over here. Letter A, I mean, sorry. I can just come over here and do this. And save again. Save and synchronize to station. Select all. Great. So that's it. We've added letter A. We can simulate it quickly. So I can bring up my Teach Pendant, PP to main, and I can say, let me play. Say, do name. So let's see the configuration error we get, because I know we'll probably get a configuration error. So let's see it. You see that? You see that dancing it did? I don't like it. Configuration error. So we've gotten that configuration error. We just acknowledge PP to main, yes. Now let's fix the configuration error. Simple. Go to those targets. We're going to copy the configuration that we used for the letter R that we fixed already, and we'll just paste it here. Oh, okay. We don't need to. Yeah, we can just copy this one here, since it's already the same for letter A. Just paste it. 1, 2, 3. Just have to do it for all of them. There's probably a smarter way to go about this, but this is how I learned it. Okay, so we've done that. I believe this should fix the problem. Only one way to find out. Let's save. Synchronize. So synchronize the station again. Select all. Okay. Now let's try it again. Go back to the simulation. PP to main. Play. And then let's say name again. Okay, so that first rotation, it's because it was in the wrong configuration from the start. So you see the way it did it this time? No errors. You see that? So let's say I say let's draw shapes. So it's going to draw shapes now. Okay. Then draw the last shape. Okay, so now it will go to. Now let's go to name. Beautiful. I don't know if this video explains how to do it now. You don't have to bring out the Teach Pendant and use these jog controls. You don't have to. Don't mind me, I tried to press it when the program is still running. But you don't have to do any of this. You can actually just use RobotStudio to do it. I believe you can use these instructions and do the letter J now. Should be straightforward. Maybe for the purpose of this video, I'll do the letter J and the final letter A. But maybe I'll stitch that in like a continuation video. This video is already too long. Anyway, if you have any more questions, leave it in the comments, or just ask one of your colleagues that can reach me to send me the question, and I'll continue. I know this video is really long, so I'll end it here now. Cheers.